I was 45 when I first did my first painting, and it was on a t-shirt. There was a magazine, and on the cover was a tiger's head that a woman had won all kinds of awards for. I just loved it. I was hooked right from the beginning. But I knew from that day on I wanted to be a painter, but there'd be no way because I was working very hard, raising children. It was more of a dream, but it only happened because of a divorce, which I did not want, and I would find myself in a situation where I was alone and I could hyper-focus on something. So it went into the artwork. The childhood was difficult. My father was the last of 10, big Irish family, very poor family. 17 people, I understand, were living in that house, small house in Wallingford, Connecticut. My father didn't communicate with me and, ask me questions, so it was very remote. And he was caught up in, I believe, a world of fear and depression. And I felt abandoned. My mother's sister was mentally insane, so my mother was consumed with taking care of her sister. So you find yourself like in a state of being abandoned, but you have your sketchbook. And we had the back lots were on the back of the house, so I could go down right in the back where the factories had their ponds and there were trees, but I was all by myself. And I had a lot of friends, and I loved that part, but I always needed to have downtime. I call it downtime. I wanted to study the cars. So there was a parking lot for Wallace Silversmith, and the executives parked their cars right in these back lots, so I could go and study. Look at those colors, look at the bumper, look at what they did with the headlights. I remember looking at the upholstery and how they designed that. Everything was designed. When the divorce came, my mother was on the verge of a stroke, so I moved in. I had the second floor. Eventually, after 4.5 years, St. Raphael's Hospital said to her, you need to be full-time, 24/7 in a convalescent home. And then, of course, the house was in my mother's name, and there were back taxes, and all of a sudden you get a notice, the house is being auctioned off. So everything just was crumbling right in front of me, and I just knew there was going to be a rough ride ahead. In downtown Guilford, one man rented me that one room for $300 a month, and he said, if you can't pay, I'll take a painting. I also could give my paintings to the auctions for kids with cancer, the food banks, and we were able to raise a lot of money by just artwork. Painting actually not only gave me respect from the people of Guilford, I mean people who are doctors and professors, they're talking to you on the same level. Like before, I just felt like I hadn't made any impact, but if someone buys your painting and hangs it on their wall, that is an incredible honor. It is, it's just an honor, and it really humbles you. You can't get boastful, you're just astonished. The medium is a product called BIN, B-I-N. You buy it in hardware stores. They actually do not have it in art stores yet, but they will be, I'm sure. So it's a shellac-based white primer. I didn't have the money to buy expensive oils and gessos, and so I had a can of BIN. I also used the product, a tint. It's pure pigment. But what happened, people loved my first paintings with just the BIN and the tint. And then when I took the trip to Canada, it occurred to me, just go to the paint store and buy pastels. And I'm like, okay, this is now what I will do. I will show people Pastac paintings. I had to name it something because no one else that I knew of was doing it. I've never seen videos or read anything of anyone else doing it. So I committed myself to promoting it. I taught hundreds of people, and a lot of the teaching was free. with 9/11 changed everything is when I painted the sunflower painting. I put in front of the Guilford Flower Shop, and the cars started beeping their horns when they went by the flower shop, approving of the sunflower painting. Flowers are the healing, and many people came and they told me that meant a lot to them because they felt lost. So that meant a lot, you know. I didn't do it for money, I didn't charge a fee. So there's wisdom in helping your neighbor. Yankee magazine, when it came out, on the cover had they list the different features. By the editor, it said Connecticut's modern day Van Gogh. So that was the story about myself. It was like an all-time high without any drugs or alcohol. It's just, I was drawing a lot of people from all over and wanted to learn Pastac. After a lifetime of wondering who you are, it felt great. The emotion that drives me is really to make people smile. The reason these paintings are so colorful and powerful, I really want to stop people in their tracks. So what we're doing here, what you would need, you obviously would need the medium bin, and then acrylics. I'm showing you how it works with acrylics. So any of the acrylics work. You also would then need brushes. And beside that, you know, it's simple. Bin is so forgiving. You really can't make a mistake. You could use brushes made for watercolor, acrylic, or oil. They all work. Today, I want to show you how Pastac works. It's going to be a short demo. So what I have here a painting that I'm tweaking. I made like a wallpaper in the back, and I want to make it better. I'm always trying to make paintings better, so this will give you an idea how to work with Pastac. So on this plate, paper plate, I've got two colors. The blue is dry, so I have a little bit of yellow and a little bit of green. So what this painting I feel needs is more yellow. So you can see, I'm going to show you how to do yellow flowers from the white flowers, and this is going to dry in a couple of minutes. Then I'm going to show you how, if light was coming, leave this dark, make this like light green. And then if I have enough time and enough paint left, I'll do the vase. Okay, let's do the yellow first. So the product that I'm using in this coffee can is BIN shellac primer. You buy it in paint stores and hardware stores. You only need like a ½ inch in here. So, all right, here we go. All right, so we're doing yellow first. So I'm looking at all the parts that are white. That's actually a tint that I'm using to make it yellow. We don't have to do all of them. We could leave some. All right, I think I'll do this one. All right, so seeing I got lots of yellow, watch this. So what I can do, see the centers of these poppies? They have seeds. So for now, we start doing this. We make full use of all our yellow. There's got to be yellow up there. Okay, I am pretty well covered. Now, while I got the yellow, look at the rug below. If you just took, I still have a little bit of bin, and you just do little, like, curls. And so the so-called rug will, as I do colors, I just put it in there. All right, so the next thing I wanted to show you all how to do is this green. So now this green is acrylic. You can do padding. There's no brush marks with this form of painting. And so this same green, I won't add any yellow to it. I'll leave a shadow coming, like a rim. Okay, remember this is only a demonstration. All right, so you know why I got this green? I am tempted. I'm gonna find little areas where I might want to put some of this in. The amazing thing about this, all that yellow is now dry. Even though I just did it like 3 or 4 minutes ago. I don't know really if I want to keep that vase a magenta or if I want to try a color. But because I can change the vase 100 times during the day, with this method it'll keep drying. I want to at least use this opportunity to show you. So the thinking is, this is going to be where the light is coming. So this means I got to have that side of the vase lighter. So let's give one more coat here. See all this yellow? That's all dry. Okay, so I got extra paint. So what I would do, of course, was pick up first on the yellow, do the light side first. I may go back to the magenta, I don't know. I want to see how this is going to look. Okay, let's stop putting the, we'll just go with green now. Final strokes. Sometimes I can't help myself, which is fun. Yeah, more there. Okay. Yeah, well that certainly changes everything. All right, so think about this. What you have here is, I could continue doing this for an hour, changing colors left, right. I could make the poppies blue, I can make them orange, I can make them magenta, and go back and forth. It keeps melting, it keeps adding texture and coming to life. So it's a different way of painting, but I guarantee you, you're going to hear more and more about it as time goes by. So thank you for the opportunity to show you a demonstration. I wish everybody would start painting it. You know, people who love gardening, you know how happy they are? They could be working hard and they're down on their knees and they're older. They have a sense of peace about them. They see what's going to come up and they're peaceful. I'm very peaceful because I know no matter what, I can get my brushes. I always have many things I want to paint, so there's never a lack. I have succeeded what I wanted to make people happy and joyful. People are way more important than money, and I think the evidence speaks for itself. People want hope. I think the artwork can give them hope. You see a person who's 84 who can get up and, you know, is consumed with beauty. I mean, I think that's what it is. It drives people, and I think there's something greater, and I see it as supernatural, and I'm at peace with that.